Oh hey, I'm playing Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, and for a long time, this is the only way someone like myself could experience what the Nissan GT-R was like. That's what I'm driving right now, and I think I just crashed into a wall. But legions of Gran Turismo playing fans for years have longed for this car to come to America, and Nissan has heard your cries. The GT-R is in America. In fact, there's one right now. So as a longtime Gran Turismo player, I thought, why not see how the real-life version compares to the one in the video game? I'm not gonna need this. Let's give it a shot. Unless you have an incredibly swanky game room, odds are the interior of the Nissan GT-R is nicer than where you're playing Gran Turismo. For example, the Nissan GT-R has leather seats and suede inserts and this really nifty French stitching, and you probably have a beanbag chair in your mom's basement. By the way, if you think this whole comparison of the real GT-R to the GT-R in Gran Turismo is kind of a waste of time, check this out. This is a multifunction display that shows all sorts of great information. You can see how much I'm using the brake pedal right here, the accelerator, and it'll show you how many G's you're pulling when accelerating, decelerating, and turning. A lot of really great information there. All that techno wizardry was designed by the people who made Gran Turismo. One of the most obvious differences between the Nissan GT-R in the video game Gran Turismo and the Nissan GT-R in the real world is in terms of acceleration. At home, when playing the video game, acceleration looks something like this. Real world acceleration looks more like this. I borrowed a friend's tassel to show you how the G-forces act on you. 480 horsepower V6 engine, twin turbocharged, and it's paired with a 6-speed semi-automatic transmission. It's got 2 clutches, and it just does a relay race between the gears. The acceleration is incredible. Another sensation you won't experience in the game is the feeling of deceleration. And the Nissan GT-R really decelerates thanks to its Brembo 6-pot calipers and 15-inch discs front and rear. One way in which the video game version of the Nissan GT-R is way better than the real version is that you can see the GT-R in the video game and you can't see the exterior of the GT-R when you're driving it, which is a shame because it's a really attractive car. The GT-R's most distinct view is from the rear, which features quad 5-inch exhaust tips, a tasteful rear wing, and of course 4 round taillights. The rest of the exterior looks adequately aggressive, helped by 20-inch wheels and a huge front air intake, but the real accomplishment is the GT-R's bodywork and its 0.27 drag coefficient. For those who aren't keeping track, that means it moves through the air quite easily. It's even got a race car-like flat undercarriage, but we'd rather look at the shiny bits. In terms of driving dynamics, Gran Turismo has really kind of nailed it. You know, the car understeers when it's supposed to understeer, and it oversteers when it's supposed to oversteer. Gran Turismo may have nailed the way the GT-R handles in a digital sense, but there's nothing that replaces the whoosh of the turbocharged engine as you accelerate out of the corner just like this. Kind of sounds like you're taking off in a jetliner. And as the scenery rushes by and the tires squeal a little bit gripping the road, this is, I think, the preferable way to enjoy the Nissan GT-R. Although kudos to the people at Sony and the makers of Gran Turismo, because the shifting that you do on the 6-axis controller is exactly like the shifting you do with the paddle shifters. Check it out. Exact same motion, exact same finger. One thing that no video game can duplicate is the fact that at speed, the GT-R feels both fast and not fast. Let me explain. It's kind of like when you're on a jet and you're taking off. You know you're going fast, it looks fast, it feels fast, yet it feels completely appropriate for the vehicle you're in. It's the same thing with the GT-R. It goes, it's extremely fast, you feel the sensations, and yet everything is so controlled and the vehicle is so competent that it just feels normal, it just feels natural. Honestly, no, there's no way a video game is going to let you know what it's really like to drive the Nissan GT-R. But this costs $70,000 and Gran Turismo costs 40 bucks. So in conclusion, yes, I'd rather drive the real GT-R than the one in the video game. Maybe next time we can try and compare this to the cars in Grand Theft Auto. For more automotive news, please visit the latest news section of kbb.com.